Hey, hey, hey. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Meet the Shoe. I am Sade.
I'm Nina. Mhm.
And yes, Shackle History Unleashed. So we're going to talk about some disturbing things that happened over the week.
Yep.
Vice President Kamala Harris was swearing in Nebraska Senator
Hmm.
Deb Fischer.
Yep.
And, she's greeting them on stage. And why the husband wouldn't shake her hand? What is
I seen that.
if that don't show
Disrespect.
the disrespect, what
Hmm.
is it? You're not okay. I'm gonna be nice.
Hmm.
You're not respecting that she's a woman in
Nope.
position, or is it a woman, black woman? You racist? We want to know, sir. Which one are you?
I seen another content creator make a video, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he was going at it at an angle like you're saying, like everything isn't about race, right? The disturbing thing is that he had the Bible in his hand. And with
Yeah.
having and he was saying because he had the Bible in his hand. And
No.
so if you're using that as an excuse of why you couldn't shake a hand, she's a
No.
lady, right? If
Mhm.
you're a man and you're a gentleman, it don't have anything to do with race. Be a
It does
gentleman.
not. Right. Be
Just
a
be a
gentleman.
gentleman. You were there representing your wife and it was your wife's moment. You messed up her moment for your racism.
Yeah.
She will forever be embarrassed of it,
Yeah. Because
whether
it's
she wants to
recorded.
admit it or not.
It's a
And
memory.
it's in her memory,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Forever.
It's in our memories because we see it. I mean,
Right,
basically, it's recorded. They keep on
right.
playing over and over and over again.
They do.
What's up with this man?
They
Why,
do.
why did he do that?
And the fact that media within itself is racist. So all these channels are playing it, not just the internet. These Fox News, CNN, everybody's bringing attention to it because this is the worst time to even be disrespectful with what's going on in the world right now. Look at California. Right now is on fire.
Yes, it is.
And people don't even know that. Like you see the videos going up and down, the networks saying pray for California because it's on fire. Then what? If it spreads into us,
Yeah.
right? It comes from over there on the West Coast. It comes to the Midwest, down south. It's gonna spread all over. So it is not time for racism. I don't
Well,
know.
you know what? Racism don't seem like it's going anywhere. It is more
No.
and more people seem like they're getting on a bandwagon of being racist towards black people
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
sad, and we've always been the type the ones that get the backlash or we're the
Short
underdogs,
end of the stick.
even other countries. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's sad, but it shows it's bigotry still going on in that level right there. He's not the only one.
And
He's not
then
the only one.
you think like, damn, y'all's rich. Y'all's in
This ain't got
control.
nothing to do
What
with
do
a
you guys
person
to be mad about? There's nothing to be
mindset.
mad about. She's about
Crazy.
to be out of office, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so by her about to be out of office, what are you so mad that you couldn't shake her hand so for her to move around?
Look,
She's
baby,
steadily doing this. She's
baby.
steadily asking.
Let
You
me
know what
tell
I'm
you
saying?
something.
She's steadily having her hand out.
Girl, it don't matter what a person is racist. They don't want you touching them.
Yeah, he didn't touch her.
They don't want you there. They don't want to touch this chocolate
Right.
in their
And then
hands.
did you see the wife constantly like nudging? You know what I'm saying? She's
Yes.
steadily
Yeah.
nudging him to
So if
tell him.
he's racist, you know the wife is too.
Right. But at least she was trying to fake it. And a lot of people online are like, you want him to tell it. You want him to say that's what he is. Tell everybody, show the world who you are so we know. Right?
Most definitely.
I
Most
think by now he has had millions of calls.
Oh, you know him.
I'm sure when he stepped down and went over to the side and they was asking him, why did you do that? This was about your wife. That was real disrespectful. I know even with like the women that are represented in the White House, right? they didn't like it either. The ones that aren't racist, right? Because
Right.
everybody there
But the
isn't
whole thing
racist.
is, Danina, you can't hide the devil can't hide his hand forever.
No.
Devil, they is rearing their head. He's rearing his head really well now. Guess who's in
Yeah.
office? So
Yeah.
it's all coming out. It's all showing. They don't care because they know they have someone voicing their racist and biased ways.
Right. I'm gonna do a little investigation of his backstory and his history of how he even got there, right? And what he does to help the people, because him being reelected, that has a lot to do with it. He's gonna be questioned as well because he's a representative of the White House,
Donald
right?
Trump, right? Donald Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the guy, her husband.
Oh, Mr. Fisher.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. He is the representation of the White House, so you got to know exactly what place he holds, because that has a lot to do with him continuing to be there.
Right.
Because she
Well,
was being elected in as what was she?
uh, she's a senator. She's a Nebraska senator. So
Oh, okay. And see, he took all the focus off of her being, congratulated, and her flowers being given to her because she's a senator, and he took that away from her.
mm, mm,
Yeah.
mm.
So there, like I was, we already said that there is a forest fire out in California,
You know
and
what? Do you think someone started that fire? Come on
I
now. It's
don't no 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 no. There's a girl that we have a
uh,
what you name a viewer that sent
mhm,
me a message and said, remember 6 or 7 years ago, someone said they needed to rake the forest in California. And they made fun of this guy like he meant go rake the forest. That's not what he meant, right? And she
mhm,
said, but he meant big equipment called rakes, like to that, like they were supposed to rake it because it was dry.
right.
Needed to start cleaning the fire breaks that were made and make new fire breaks, and they didn't listen.
Mm,
So that's what Richard said.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so
So
he
you think this?
explained partially of what it meant, and what it is like, how they say Las Vegas is dry,
Right.
and by Las Vegas being dry, you have the dry heat. There's no fires built in Las Vegas because of sand, dirt.
Yeah.
There's nothing really to burn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because the dirt, puts out fires, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So everything around it is like desert, like, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Desert land. Yeah.
But in California, it's a lot of trees.
Yes.
So everything that was out there, it sets a fire on its own.
Yeah.
And just like what he just explained, that if you're not raking the I guess the wood and the trees that's there, right,
Mm-hmm.
and keeping
Mm-hmm.
it moist, then it's gonna set a fire, and then the trees will make the fire grow.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
you seen this guy in his house, he was so nervous. It was a beautiful home from the looks of it, and you see him in his windows, and you see all this wind and this fire swaying. In my
Yes.
mind, in that video, I was like, "Damn, ain't you gonna run? You gonna try to get in a car and drive away?
He was.
What are you doing?" He stayed in his house,
Yeah.
waiting for it to go out. But how do you know that it goes out? Because in a smoke when there's smoke, what do you do? I mean, I guess you prepare yourself for infrared with infrared gear, on your eyes or body or whatever to move
Yes. So
through
that's
smoke.
right.
Because I can't see no other way if that California fire was so big that it makes you nervous to think like, is it coming over here?
Yeah.
Is it gonna come over to the Midwest? No, seriously, like
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
sad. Those people are suffering right now. They
They
don't
are.
even have enough. They don't even. They said when I was doing the reading earlier, they don't even have enough fire trucks
No, they don't.
to stop it.
No, they don't. No. I know cousin Nicole, she lives in LA. And she
Okay.
said, well, I'm just sitting here, just being hopeful. She's waiting. She's more in the inner city of LA, but she can
Okay.
see the smoke, smell the smoke. She don't see. You can see the fires well off in the that area, way out in the forest area. But she's just hoping it does not reach them. But a lot of homes are gone. Ben Affleck in them home. He's trying to protect. Everybody's trying to protect their home because him and J Lo have a house there too together, but they don't live there.
Uh-huh.
I'm not sure if it's burning or getting close to it. But yeah.
Well, I mean, just imagine all of the celebrities, right, that even own the land out there, right?
Hmm.
That's not even there, or they don't even have anyone. They say that celebrities pay people to house sit for them, right?
Yes.
What if, they don't even and they don't have as much access as we would think, right? To
Hmm.
people or to help. They might not have been at their property for months or had nobody to go there for months. And then now with the fire, nobody's going over there to check
Oh
and
no.
see, did your
Mm-mm.
house burn down,
No.
or your house is burned
Okay.
down.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Right. Yeah, that's a scary thing. And like you were saying earlier, remember you say growing up, people were saying, California gonna be off the map, Florida and New York.
Yep. They said
Everything
that's
in the
going. They
middle.
said it's gonna be destroyed by fire or water.
Mm, yeah.
So, and that's because, like I was saying, Staten Island, right? We'll say from New
Mhm.
York. Staten Island, it sits off of New York. It's a
Yes,
part
it
of New York,
does.
but it's like a tail, right? It sits
Mhm.
over there, right? And so that they said that's gonna break off and go into the ocean.
Water, because it's surrounded by nothing but water. So.
Yeah. And then the same with California, that they said California is supposed to break
Mm.
and be separated as well. So here it is that we have these fires, and then all this what is it, I had it earlier in Texas, where right now the all everything is frozen. So you have a
Yes.
fire on it. You have the fire in California. You
Fire,
have Texas,
ice.
to the point where there's so much ice. Like
Hmm.
people, they're not used to that.
No,
They're
they're
trying to
not.
unlock their door. The doors are frozen. Their window, they put a window down, frost is stuck on their window, and they're punching out the frost to, remove, because they don't have the things, the tools that we have to
In the
get,
Midwest.
to get everything off of your car and in their
Right.
tires.
Right.
They showed a video of this semi truck that was traveling with, items, I guess maybe really heavy on the
Hmm.
semi. The semi was just driving. The wheels were locked from
Wow.
the ice.
And that's dangerous.
Yeah, I mean, you would think in your mind you're nervous, like, am I about to die?
Yeah.
Because you can't stop.
No, you
Am
can't.
I gonna die, or am I gonna kill
The whole
somebody because I can't? Because everything is freezing. So it's a
hmm
mental thing, you guys, to think about. Like, it's a spiritual warfare out here. It is. All
weather.
of the things that's in the Bible is starting
It's,
to come, and it ain't even slowly, it's coming,
it
right?
is.
You
Most
got
definitely.
the West Coast with the fires, you got down south where it's freezing, and
Hmm.
then not only is it cold on the east, but they have a rat problem that they can't get rid of.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
at what point are all those things going to come right in the middle? Because we're in the middle, right?
Yeah.
At one point are all those things going to come in the middle? And then we have all these arguments back and forth with the racism and all these countries that's looking to attack, you know what I'm saying? That's
Well.
to go against us, whether it's in our food system.
Hmm.
We got
Hmm.
people right here in our food, trying to kill us with all this nasty food, and then the clothes. They're talking about all this
Toxin.
plastic being made out of our clothes being made out of plastic, right?
Yeah. And carcinogens.
So at what point aren't we like we're
Well,
all mentally messed up, right?
if the president put these tariffs on Mexico, Canada, and China, we're going to be in more trouble than we are in now. We're talking about how expensive the groceries, clothing, housing, everything is now. Now,
Mhm.
you guys voted this man in. Y'all might as well realize it's about to get worse if he put these tariffs on these countries, because Canada ain't playing. You
Yeah,
know,
well, see, Canada, you see
Canada
what's
owns part of New York,
right.
California. They
Hmm.
said they can take it back now. Keep on playing with them.
Well, and also Canada companies, being as though, I dabble into real estate, right?
Hmm.
Um, Me being a landlord, I found out that um, some property that I was looking at one time, and that the companies and this is from Section 8,
Right.
was explaining that there's big companies coming in Minnesota from Canada
Yep.
and purchasing in large numbers. You notice you see all these buildings going up. You see all the buildings, like you just said, Canada owns some portions of New York, right?
Hmm.
The girl in Brooklyn was talking about how they were putting up all these buildings.
Hmm.
These Canadian companies, because they don't understand, they're not from over here. They're thinking dollars and money. And then we're
Yes.
slow, United States is letting them do it. You're
Hmm.
letting them come over here and buy them just to tax them. You're
Yeah.
not even caring about the people that are right here to buy the land,
Hmm.
to expand. All of these people keep saying overpopulated. We're not overpopulated. That is
No, we're
not true. That's not
not. No.
true. If Disney can purchase all that land in Florida, not just Disney, there's other companies too. There's farming and everything. All
Yeah.
these people are coming over from other countries to
Other
purchase
countries.
here. How are we overcrowded? How are we overcrowded?
Oh, China too, purchasing farmland all over the
Right.
United States.
And the fact, and then with that though, those people are coming over and they're wanting us to gravitate to what they're used to doing, right?
Hmm.
So at the same time, they don't know how we operate. We've been here forever. We know how things run.
Right.
Like I said, the southern people, they're having a freeze down there. It's cold down there. Then you have California on fire, and then you have the pest problem that is extreme in New York, to the point at some time it's gonna come over to us.
Yeah, we're having pest problems anyway too. I think, especially Chicago. Chicago had the big rats too. We're not, Chicago has them big rats downtown. That's why they closed up a lot of the theaters and stuff. You girl be in a theater and see a rat run across the screen. Back in the day. So
It's
big
it's
as a
it's not
dog.
any different. It's no different in New York,
No, it's not. No, it's not at
because
all.
they can't even go to the bus. They said that the rats are big like a dog.
I saw one girl in New
A
York.
dog and a cat. Imagine a rat being as big, and then a dog and a cat ain't gonna always come up to you and sniff you or rub up on you. But a mouse, I mean, excuse me, I said a mouse now.
That
A
was
rat,
rat. Look,
nah, that's, I mean,
we saw one come and grab some food near a table. Do you hear me? Somebody had
not
left.
someone to sit in there eating.
No, not that rat smart. They ain't no dummies. they the person dropped some bread. They got up and left, went on about their business. That big sucker, I thought it was a cat. I ain't gonna even lie. That big black sucker went and grabbed that food, and turned around and went down in the sewer. But you can see that big fat tail. I said, "Oh my
Yeah.
god, that is a rat, y'all."
Mm-mm.
Girl, I was too floored. I said, get me away from him. Hey Jeff, how you doing? Thank you for listening.
Hey Jeff, what's
He said
up?
it's cold down south. Is it? How
Yeah,
many
I know. See, that's it's a freeze down there, ain't it, Jeff? It said all of y'all's tires is locking up.
mm,
Your windows, you can't see out of them. They're frozen. Your locks on your car, everything.
wow.
They pulled their window down. Somebody opened up their window and it's all ice. The
Oof.
ice I'm talking about in the house. You know how you open the
Yeah,
window and you got the screen? The
yes.
whole screen was full of ice. They couldn't even see out. So they're like doing like this on it, to
Wow.
get to shake the ice off of it. And then
Mm-mm.
on the cars, they're getting in the car, and the same thing with the ice. They rolled a window down and they had to knock that. See, he said it too. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So
My God.
you
Girl,
got the ice Down
And we
south,
used
you
to it
got the
here.
fire out west, and you got the rats out east.
Well, we used to the cold here, so well, kinda.
Well, we
My
ain't
body,
used to no
my body
rats,
used
but we
to.
used to mice.
Yeah, little
And
mite.
a fire, of course, we're gonna run from that. And ice,
Mhm.
I mean, we're that's nothing, right?
Yeah,
We
that's
know
not.
how to, we know every which way to get rid of that the best we can. As long as it's not, if it's ice and the wind blowing, though, you know what I'm saying?
That's
It's
too
a lot
much.
to handle.
That's too much. Yeah, that's too much, honey. You be
Yeah.
sliding all. You might as well put some ice skates on.
There is a lady that was working. She was a nurse. She was working in a Virginia. She was under fire. She was working at a Virginia hospital,
Mm-hmm.
and she was fracturing the
Girl,
the arms and the legs of newborn black babies.
ooh, that's a hate crime. Hate crime.
Yeah,
Hate crime. Hate crime.
so she was put in jail. They took her to jail. They said that yeah, that she that now as of right now we don't know of anyone dying, right? No one has died. None of the kids have died, but they were badly injured, and
Oh my
she's under
God.
fire for. And yes, that is a pretty much a hate crime because
Oh, how did they first find out this was happening? Do you know?
on camera.
On camera. Girl.
They I don't know exactly how on camera they did it to where they found out that she was the one responsible, but I know that one of the parents, I believe, was complaining that the child was, they could tell, you could tell when when a baby is in pain, right? You
Mm-hmm.
know, at first you think that it's something to do with a stool, right?
Right.
Or ear infection, or
Oh,
maybe chest problems, but they were limb, like, you know what I'm
oh,
saying? The you could tell that they
oh
were.
my gosh.
Yeah, so just
Girl.
more and more you're hearing more and more stories
People.
of the hatefulness, right? It's
Mm-hmm.
like, how are you so, I don't even know what to say, destructive to something that is so innocent, came in the world innocent, and you
Yeah.
want to destroy for just a black, because the baby was black.
Girl, look. I'm
And it
talking.
wasn't just one that she did this to. She did this to multiple. They don't even know how many. I guess they probably pulled back the footage of when she started working there up until now.
You already know what they doing to her in jail.
Well, she's in the county right now. She ain't
Oh,
she ain't
I'm quite sure. What state is that? They doing it in the
in
county.
Virginia.
No, they
She's
gonna
in
get her.
Virginia.
They'll get her.
Yeah, she's in Virginia.
They'll get
So
her school together. Them inmates.
yeah. And lastly, there was, okay, we covered that. Um, Sorry, y'all, I had it. I'm trying to pull it up. Oh, okay, well, we covered her.
Hmm.
The Minneapolis, I mean, excuse me, the FBI.
Oh yeah.
The FBI is setting new rules to the Minneapolis Police Department that they have to follow in result of how they handled the George Floyd arrests, right? They
Okay.
set new rules in place. The FBI is in control of it now. It's not the state. It's not on a state level. It's on a federal level.
Okay.
How what they have to go, the rule, the everything that they have to go through before they can even approach us to arrest.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So they have
It should have
changed.
been implemented.
Yeah. So they have implemented new laws in place that of course, no excessive force. You got to have probable cause.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, So, another thing that they're fighting to implement is to put the life insurance in place, that the police, if he's convicted of wrongful arrest or excessive force and it
Mm-hmm.
results in death,
Mm-hmm.
that they have to they're going to be responsible for um, their, like, the service or
Oh,
paying the victim.
paying the
Am I
victim.
saying that
Wow.
right? Yeah,
So
yeah.
individually, the person will have to have that type of insurance to cover a wrongful death. So
No, the police
the
officer.
police officer, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that would take it out the hands of the state now, or would the state cover some?
No,
See,
this is federal. They're saying the federal is over that now. So where they're gonna hold the police more accountable
right,
for wrongful death
right.
suits, right? Because when, okay, so
But
on the
that's
civil,
understandable. But I'm saying that person, that cop, might not have that much millions of dollars to cover a wrongful death. So that's why people are able to sue the state to get that money right then and there. So it's a lot of funky mess going on. You think you feel what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, yeah. I just
Well, you
like the
can tell
fact that
me I can sue them, right? I can sue
yeah,
the
right.
cop ain't got no money now, boo.
Right. He might not have no money, but the fact that it's his responsibility and the tag is on him, I like that idea more because it will give them more ways of finding a non, excessive way of doing things. You could tase them constantly. You don't have to use a gun. It's always the officer's choice on if that's what they
Yeah.
want to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to use a gun unless it's still your choice, right?
You don't have to chase after people until you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like somebody might run. You don't have to chase after that person. I
I
mean,
mean, if it's a criminal, it's understandable. You should do your job, right? If they're
mm-hmm,
breaking the law, do your job. Um, it does never to me, have to result in a death unless the person is a threat. If a person is causing a threat, then what do you do?
right.
You're here to protect and serve. If a person is in the position to where they feel that they want to overpower the police, then that's what they ask for. They're
Yeah.
getting what they ask for. But the things that we watch and see, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
things that we witness, especially, they get extremely upset when you
When you're
know the
not.
law.
Yeah.
When you know the law, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
And
Oh
you
yeah.
question them, it's like, how dare you question them, like a parent talking to
Exactly.
a child, right?
Mm-hmm,
How
mm-hmm.
dare you question me and I'm the boss? That's how they're looking at it. So
And they shouldn't feel like they the boss of anything. They're here to, saying, okay, I'm gonna listen to what you're saying instead of being freaking arrogant
yeah.
because they're a cop. You know what I'm saying? Other people know stuff too. You're not the only person that know anything. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you're taught, I mean, no, at this point in life, you're taught to examine and research and know the law, right? To educate yourself on the law. You have to, especially with everything we're witnessing and seeing, like I said.
Right.
But yes, y'all, thank you for tuning in for another episode of Meet the Shoe. We will be here Friday, 6 p.m.
Yes.
Check out our sponsors, Cashmere Lux, Boss Up Beauty, and Lena Beans
Yes.
Organic Plus.
Yes. Yes. Y'all have a blessed rest of your night.